Emma from the University of ADHD, and in this episode of the podcast, I'm going to talk about goal setting and ADHD, specifically looking at 10 reasons why people with ADHD have difficulty sticking to goals, and we'll also look at how to overcome them. Starting off with problem number one, people can have too much that they want to be able to do that it's difficult to pinpoint a specific goal. It's like having a sea of ideas or just a constant noise, so it's difficult to know what to focus on or to pick an idea to start planning around. It can help you to write your ideas down and rate them as high, medium, or low priority to help you to get the important things done. Problem number two is you can be great at the goal setting and planning stage, but unable to initiate and get started. So have a think about this if this is the case. Is it too overwhelming? Is it realistic? Is it something that you actually want? So you can break it down into smaller goals. You can also think maybe this goal isn't right for you right now. If it's something that you actually want to do and it will be beneficial to you, work on what steps that you want to start with first and also listen out for point five. If it's a case of ADHD block where it feels like there's a wall in the way, set a time, set a notification, and at that time, just get started. Challenge any negative thoughts that you might have about this and keep telling yourself that you can do this. So, point number three then is trying to achieve too many goals at the same time. If you try and do this, your brain will just rebel and it won't do it. Plus, you'll likely not have time to do all of the things, and it can just get confusing. So, you'll feel overwhelmed and you're setting yourself up to fail if you try and take on too many things at the same time. This will knock your confidence and make you think that you can't achieve things. So, focusing on one or two things at a time will be much more productive. So, point number four then is being unrealistic with time. People with ADHD have time blindness, so it's really easy to miscalculate how long something will take. Plus, you can end up hyper focusing on something and spending a lot of time on it and then burning out and giving up. Try not to put any unrealistic expectations on yourself, as this will just lead to you feeling bad about yourself. You can always ask someone that you trust to help you come up with a realistic plan and time frame. Point number five is overwhelm. So you've got your goal, but it seems too big and impossible, and you don't know where to start. So you don't. You need to break it down. Start off by thinking of what exactly you need to do to get there and create a step-by-step plan. The steps need to be small enough so that they feel doable, but challenging enough to keep you interested. This is a tricky thing to balance. For example, I'm not just going to stand up and do a marathon. That would be impossible. I'd create a training plan based on my current level of ability. I wouldn't start off with 1 mile runs because I can do more than that, and that would be boring for me, and I'd just stop doing it. But for somebody else, that 1 mile run might feel really daunting, so you have to individualise it. Number six is having an all or nothing attitude. So we've all done this at some point. You have a goal and you're on track, but then there's a minor problem, so you think, that's it then, there's no point trying. An example of this is you're on a health kick, eating healthy, going to the gym. You miss one gym session, so you think, I've messed up this week, I might as well start again next week. Or you eat a cake and the diet goes out the window until tomorrow or next week or never. People might have given up drinking and given into temptation on one occasion and then think one drink means I may as well go for it for tonight, or that I can't give up alcohol. It's okay for things to not go completely smoothly. It's okay to make mistakes. Don't let one little thing derail your progress. Just get back to it, learn from it, draw a line under it, and pick up where you left off as soon as you can. Number seven, you get bored. People with ADHD lose interest in things quite easily, and it's okay if you do. You can't expect to be ridiculously excited about something and interested in it all day, every day. This is where habit formation comes in, so you'll do things automatically. Try not to be distracted by the next shiny thing. This is difficult in January when everyone is trying to sell you new things, new workout plans, new products, all with promises that their way will get you what you want. There is no one-size-fits-all way of doing things, so ignore these claims and do what's right for you. You may need to get somebody to help keep you on task and accountable, such as a coach, a personal trainer, or joining a group of like-minded people who are going through the same thing. Also, make sure that what you're doing is challenging enough to keep you interested and try to make it fun. Plus, remember that nobody can be motivated all of the time. It's not possible, and all kinds of things can affect our energy levels. Discipline is more important than motivation. Number 8 is not giving it long enough to see results. Nothing is instant, but unfortunately, with ADHD, the brain needs that instant gratification. This is why it's important to celebrate the small wins and remember that any movement towards your ideal outcome is a bonus and is positive, no matter how small. It's also important to remember that in humans, behaviour change takes time. It takes around 4 weeks to change your behaviour with lasting results. For people with ADHD, that's more like 8 weeks. So remember to give it time and stick with it. If you're still not seeing results, you might need to change the way that you're doing things. You can make those changes rather than just give up completely. Number 9, it's something that you feel like you should be doing rather than something you actually want to do. I'm a hypnotherapist and I always tell my clients that I can't make them do anything they don't want to do. I have so many clients come to me who want to quit smoking, but when I ask them questions about this, it turns out that they're coming to me because their partner wants them to quit, and actually they're happy smoking and they don't want to give up. I tell them that it's very unlikely to work unless they have some sort of investment in it. It has to be something you want to do. If it's something that absolutely has to be done, you really have to think about what benefits you'll get from it and get excited about it. You're much more likely to succeed if you do this. And finally, number 10 is self-limiting beliefs. If you've got ADHD, there's a big chance that you've got negative beliefs about yourself. A lot of these come from childhood. At school, you might have been labelled the class clown, disruptive, or naughty. And I'm actually shocked at the amount of clients who have told me that their teachers told them that they'd never achieve anything. You might have heard the "why can't you just," or "you could achieve things if you just put the effort in." Plus, with ADHD, you're more likely to make mistakes, forget things, and do things impulsively. All of this, plus rejection sensitivity dysphoria that comes with ADHD quite often, can leave you to feel bad about yourself, can give you low self-esteem and make you think that you're not capable of doing things. So it's really time to start believing in yourself, telling yourself that you can do this, and challenge any negative thoughts that you get. As soon as they pop in your head, notice them and change them to something more positive. That's 10 reasons why you might not be hitting your goals, with some hints and tips on how to overcome them. If you would like help with your goals, be it setting, starting, or sticking to them, I'm running a ridiculously affordable course called the Ultimate Goal Setting Guide for people with ADHD. The link is in the description. It's a 3-week online course costing only £3. Plus, you can upgrade to the live version and attend sessions led by me with the opportunity to ask questions. The live version costs just £20. In order to talk with like-minded people, celebrate your wins, get support and help you to stay on track, you'll be given access to a Goal Achievers community on both versions of the course. So click the link in the description to sign up to this affordable course. It starts on the 11th of January, which is this Thursday. If you want to attend the live sessions, you haven't got long to jump on board. Next time, we'll be talking about executive functioning. Differences in executive functioning in people with ADHD are what causes most of the problems. So we'll be looking at how to turn those problems into advantages. This has been Emma for the University of ADHD podcast. I'll see you then.